To the Quality Talks, and we have today Dr. Priyanka Sarkar presenting her project. And without uh, s- spending too much time on the introduction, we would like to tell Dr. Priyanka to start the project presentation and show the very, very good project which she has completed. So, over to you, Dr. Priyanka, if you are able to hear me.
Yeah, hi, hello everyone. Hello sir, good evening.
Hello.
Actually, I had completed the project on uh, Six Sigma implementation in the research process of NABH Accredited Cardiac Hospital. Actually, I was associated with PM Heart Research Center, that is under the group of PK Corporate Hospital. And there I was in the medical administration department, and I had implemented the Six Sigma,
Okay.
which of course I had learned from you, sir. uh,
Okay, actually, we are not
I,
able to hear your voice very clearly. If you can come closer to the mic.
okay, then I have to remove the headphone. Okay, just give me one second.
Yes. So now I think it's better.
Yeah, hello sir. Now can you hear me?
Yes, yes, yes. We can hear you. Yes.
Yeah. So, good evening, everyone. I am Dr. Priyanka Sarkar, and I'm from Kolkata, West Bengal, India. And I had completed a Six Sigma implementation process in the discharge process of a NABH accredited hospital. It is basically a cardiac super specialty hospital in Kolkata. And I had learned Six Sigma from you, basically. I Previously I didn't know anything about Six Sigma and quality improvement, all those things, because I am completely from a different background, and I am basically a dental surgeon, and I am into administration. And yeah, I had implemented the process in a basically around 250 bedded hospital, and within a span of 6 to 7 months, the discharge process had improved. The planned discharges had improved from 21% to 65 percentage, and it was quite a lot of improvement, because in general the planned discharges go around 25 to 30% in most of the hospitals all over India. Okay, but according to NABH, that is an accreditation body
Yeah.
of India, basically,
Yeah.
and according to NABH, we have to keep the planned discharges more and the unplanned discharges less.
Okay.
So I had implemented the DMAC process. Okay.
Yeah. And by the way,
So
I think you have switched. We can't see you, so that is you have not
yeah, so
put your.
actually
That
I
doesn't
had
matter. Doesn't
requested.
matter. You
Yeah,
can share the screen if you want. You can share the screen, and that's okay.
yeah. Actually, yes. Okay. Huh. So this is my presentation, basically.
Yes, please go ahead.
Yeah, so the basically the Lean Six Sigma methodology, and the first was the define phase, where I had defined all the policies and procedures required for the research process of NABH accredited hospital, which is I had done the NABH POI program, that is Program on Implementation Program for hospitals and healthcare providers. Okay, and after that I had revised all the policies and procedures of the hospital's discharge process. Okay, so at that time the planned discharges was not going very smoothly, and it was not streamlined properly. Okay, and under the medical superintendent and our unit head, Dr. Arnab Ganguly, I had implemented this process here. And there was the delay in discharge process, and we all know if the discharge process gets delayed, there will be increase in the average length of stay of patients in the hospital, which is a waste, basically. Okay, waste of hospital resources. Okay, so now moving on the next slide, basically. Okay, so here we are defining the policies and procedures, okay, to streamline the whole discharge process in the hospital. Okay, a multidisciplinary team is required for that process. I was part of the team. Basically, I was leading the team, and there was some other people like the physician sponsor. That is the physicians. They used to advise the discharge. Okay, and there is the medical administrative officer. I was the medical administrative officer. Okay, there was a discharge coordinator also, and there was a patient for bed management who used to inform the patient parties, okay, or patient relatives about the discharge process. And there was some other persons like the billing in charge persons. Okay, there was the TPA desk persons, corporate desk persons. There were some other persons as also which were representative of the patient care services in the hospital. Now moving on the next slide. Yeah, the nursing team is plays a very vital role in the process. Moving on the next slide, there are some of the main contributing factors, okay, which were delaying the discharge process. Like maybe one of the factor was the physicians were not writing the discharge on time. Okay, so we had to talk to the physicians. Okay, we had to improvise the process, streamline the process like that. Moving on the next slide. There is the measure phase, and it plays a vital role because in this phase we used to collect the data. Okay, there was the discharge stats, that is the turnaround times. Okay, for the planned discharge as well as unplanned discharges. And for NABH, the planned discharges must move out within 180 minutes, the cash planned discharges. Okay, so we have to improvise the process and move the planned discharges within 180 minutes, otherwise there will be increase in length of stay of patients. Okay, moving on the next slide. Yeah, there this is the phase, that is the analyze phase. After collecting all the data, we had to analyze the data and do a time and motion study, basically. Okay, where we used to identify the factors where the time is more consumed, okay, which is the most contributing factors through either Pareto analysis, that is the 80-20 rule, or we were doing the fishbone analysis, Ishikawa diagram. Okay, then we used to do a gap analysis, that is detect the bottlenecks or gaps of the process, the root cause analysis of those gaps. Okay, find the main root cause factor, and then we used to improvise that factor. Okay, now moving on the next slide. Yeah, that is the improve phase. Here we are seeing the improvement in the process. Okay, whether the process has improved or not, we were measuring it, and it is always a cyclical process. And here we can do the HFMEA, that is the healthcare failure mode and effect analysis. Okay, we had done that also, and some solutions we had to make. We had to change some policies of the hospitals also, and it was presented in the NABH program also, basically. Now next slide shows the control phase, that is which is done through mainly the control charts. Okay, so we used to observe the improvement, whether the improvement is continuing or not, whether it has stopped or not. Okay, so and the new policies were implemented, whether everyone is following those policies, whether the patient parties are happy. Okay, so we used to look after all those things, and in this way I had implemented the discharge process. Basically, it's not a one person job, it's a team, multidisciplinary team is required for that. Okay, so this was my project, basically. Thank
Oh,
you, sir. Thank you so much.
that was great. That
Thank
was
you.
great, and it was very crisp and short. Like in a very short time you were able to present a project, and there's something good. And yeah, so anyone would like to ask any questions, please let us know. So the purpose is to share those projects which our students, our participants uh, have completed with the audience, and the idea that Lean Six Sigma can be applied to all the domains. And here it was healthcare, and this was a healthcare project for all of you. So, anyone would like to ask any questions, feel free to do that. And if there are no questions, then in that case, I would like to congratulate, first of all, Dr. Priyanka for completing a project, and uh, at one go, first time, if you're attending the program and if you're able to complete the project within such a short time, it is something which shows the person is eager to learn, person is eager to apply the tools and techniques, whatever they have learned in the classroom, in the practical life. And there lies the real meaning of Lean and Six Sigma. Unless you are able to apply these tools and techniques, there is very limited usefulness of that learning. So once again, congratulating all of you for seeing this project. Thanks a lot, and thanks, Doctor, for sharing the project with all of us. Thanks a lot.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity, and I had learned a lot from you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, and this is one of the projects which also we have received for the Lean and Six Sigma project presentation award. So on 28th, we are going to have our awards distribution ceremonies. So if you are watching this uh, live or even recorded, do join us on 28th of July and see the award ceremony. And there we'll be awarding all the people, all the participants who have submitted their projects, and we'll be uh, telling you who's the winner. So thanks a lot, and see you soon.